What up, people? This is Heisenberg coming at you with another video here. I thought I'd give you more from a little more of my movie collection. I showed you my top shelf DVDs up there. Now I figured I'll do my second shelf DVDs, kind of make a whole little series of these vids. So yeah, let's get to them. First up here, we got Seven. Seven is an incredible movie, eminently rewatchable, definitely one of the most creepiest movies ever made, and a knockout performance by Brad Pitt. This is kind of like the Brad Pitt trilogy right here. I got Meet Joe Black. Really like this movie. It's a really, really good one with Anthony Hopkins and Brad Pitt and Claire Forlani. Yeah, basically it's Brad Pitt as as Death, pretty much. So yeah, can't go wrong with that. The most handsome incarnation of Death ever. Johnny Suede, one of the weirdest movies ever made, by a director I'm really fond of, Tom DiCillo. I loved Living in Oblivion and Delirious. Great filmmaker. Really amazing. Awesome cameo. Awesome role, I'd say. Not cameo, but awesome role by Nick Cave. He absolutely kills it in that movie. Stand By Me. One of my childhood favorites. I mean, you cannot lose this fucking movie. I mean, it's Stand By Me, man. Come on. River Phoenix. Catch Me If You Can. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. Me and my dad watch this movie a lot whenever it's on TV. And yeah, it's just a real hell of a caper flick. It's quite amazing. Great little game of cat and mouse with Leo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. Very funny movie. Definitely my favorite Tim Roth, Gary Oldman movie next to Meantime. Great film. It's so good, man. It's got everything you want. It's got some Shakespeare characters from Hamlet, and, hilarity ensues, pretty much. Jerry Maguire. Now, say what you want to say. I like this movie. I actually love this movie. It's such a touching film. I've always liked it. So, yeah. Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. Now, this movie doesn't get any more pimp. You got the most dynamic performance by Sam Rockwell ever given. George Clooney is an amazing filmmaker. It's a brilliant film, based on a brilliant book by Chuck Barris. That is a weird dude right there, Chuck Barris. My God. Four Rooms. The amazing Four Rooms, directed by Allison Anders, Alexander Rockwell, Robert Rodriguez, and Quentin Tarantino in their 4 films, all rolled into one. The best film is obviously by Tarantino. It's great. My 2 favorites are probably the one by Tarantino and the one by Robert Rodriguez. Those 2 guys nail it. The Allison Anders ones I could give a fuck about. That one's really lame. But yeah, Tim Roth is great he's equally great in every single one of them. So yeah, great cast as well. Dog Day Afternoon, incredible Sidney Lumet drama based on a true story. Al Pacino knocks it out of the park. Attica. That's the movie, and it's just so great. Chris Sarandon also has a great supporting role in that, along with Charles Durning. So good, great movie. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Beautiful movie. I could watch this any time of the day. Not my favorite Jack Nicholson performance. It's one of my favorite Jack Nicholson performances, but number 1 performance by Jack Nicholson would obviously have to go to The Last Detail. But this one is definitely high up there. Oh boy. The Killing Fields. Great movie. Such an epic fucking movie. I would love to talk more about this film, but unfortunately that would cut into some time on this phone. But yeah, Hang Esconar, the Doctor Hang Esconar, was fantastic in this. So good. It was not so good he won an Academy Award for it, and he's not even an actor. So, what does that tell you? You know what I mean? Falling Down, incredible movie. Definitely one of my favorite probably my favorite Michael Douglas movie of all time. It's so great. Joel Schumacher is a hell of a filmmaker, and despite what people say, I love him. Okay, the Kill Bill movies. Love them. Can't go wrong with them. Which do you think is the better cover? I don't know. I'd say the first one. but they're both kick-ass films by my favorite director of all time. The Matador, good little movie. It's definitely the best Pierce Brosnan performance I've ever seen given. Greg Kinnear is also fantastic in it too. It's a really nice little charming film about a hitman or an assassin showing the ropes to an average Joe, pretty much, in Greg Kinnear. Assault on Precinct 13, this is the remake. I love this fucking movie. I have the original, which is also fucking amazing. I will do a feature on that shelf pretty soon, the shelf that movie's on. But yeah, this is incredible. I love Ethan Hawke, Lawrence Fishburne, excellent movie. Pool Hall Junkies, definitely one of my favorite cult films of all time. There's supposed to be a sequel to this movie. I've yet to have seen it, but I just think Mars Callahan is an incredible filmmaker, and it's a shame he didn't do another film after that. Another good cult movie, A Guide to Recognizing Your Saints. This you'll find to be a particular favorite of Smallville's. So this is in Smallville's top 10, I believe. It's a great film, great movie, based on a really good book by Dito Montiel, who also directed the film. Based on his life story. Drugstore Cowboy. Definitely my favorite Matt Dillon movie. Say what you want about Matt Dillon, but he is fantastic in a lot of films, especially this movie. Great Gus Van Sant movie. It's a really good picture. Bad Boys. No, not that bullshit with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. The incredible cult classic with Sean Penn. Incredible movie. Definitely my favorite juvenile delinquents movie. It's so great. Penn is just fucking incredible in that film. And yeah, it's too many good things I would have to say about that movie. Yes, Lord of War. Lord of War with Nick Cage. Definitely one of the last great Nick Cage movies that has ever come about. I haven't seen it, but I hear Port of Call, New Orleans, The Bad Lieutenant reimagining was pretty good. Surprisingly, I still have not seen that movie. I heard for some people it sucked. Heard for some people, it's epic. But for some reason, I can only imagine the people who say it's epic have not seen the original with Harvey Keitel. So it's kind of hard for me to take their side of that opinion. Velvet Goldmine, another Todd Haynes. I haven't really explored too many Todd Haynes films except for this one, and I'm Not There. I heard Safe is excellent, but this one is definitely one of my favorite films he's ever done. It's so good. I'm not really a big Jonathan Rhys-Meyers fan, but he's actually quite good in that movie. And Ewan McGregor and Christian Bale are just fantastic. Oh my god, I love this movie. 24-Hour Party People. I mean, if you love the music of Manchester and the story of Tony Wilson and how he was one of the originators of one of the most booming music scenes ever, then this is a movie for you. Steve Coogan plays Tony Wilson. He's incredible, and you get to see the story of Joy Division, New Order, and the Happy Mondays in a hell of a fucking film. Deuces Wild. This is a great movie. This is actually a pretty underrated film with Stephen Dorff and the late, great Brad Renfro. And I don't know why Frankie Muniz' fucking name is in the title there. I don't understand that. He had such a fair fucking menial role. But yeah, this is a great film. It's like a combination between, The Outsiders and, all those street fighting films. You know what I mean? It's a great film, very S.C. Hinton-esque. Hardcore Logo, my favorite Canadian movie of all time, next to Porky's. This is just an incredible rockumentary. Bruce McDonald is a Canadian legend. Quentin Tarantino also attached his name to this. Joe Dick, Callum Keith Rennie, Hugh